Hi, this is Geoff Tate, and you're listening to me on Metal Gods!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting Metal Gods Radio interview. And today we have Geoff Tate on the phone. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing good. I'm doing really good. The sun is shining in Seattle, so I'm outside enjoying it and talking on the phone.
And how much time do you spend outdoors normally?
Oh, as many hours of the day as possible. I like being outside.
And your neck of the woods is known for its rain, is that right?
Yeah, it does rain a lot up here, yeah.
But I imagine that doesn't stop you from hitting the outdoors.
No, it's, as long as you've got proper rain gear, it's not really an issue, It's kind of a drizzle. It's not like a, downpour like you have in other parts of the world. You get used to it.
And you have a new album that's coming out that you worked on. Is that correct?
That's correct. April 9th. It's called Sweet Oblivion.
And this is I think it's the sophomore record. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't quite know what that means. It sounds like kind of a sports analogy or something. It's the second. How about you? It's the second record.
Yeah, that's fine. It is the second record.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic record. You must be proud of the work that you've done on it.
Yeah, very excited about the release. It's a record that was very satisfying to make, and I worked with a wonderful producer, writer, guitar player named Aldo Lenoble on the record, and it was very satisfying. Had a good time.
And I believe you participated in some of the songwriting as well this time. Is that right?
Yeah, I did. I think I wrote on 3 or 4.
And is there a concept to this album, or is it more of a collection of songs?
It's a collection of songs with kind of a loose theme of the concept of time. Time passing. That's nothing more relentless.
This is not a band. This is strictly a studio project, right?
It's a studio project, yeah. It's the second one, and I think we have one more slated, although I don't really know what that's going to entail yet or who I'm going to be working with yet. But it's a studio project. Mm-hmm.
It keeps you busy.
It did for a while, yeah. I finished it during the summer, so I've got other projects I'm working on right now. I've got 3 or 4 different projects that'll come out at various times over the next couple of years, I think. But this album is out in April. Very cool, very cool.
And it looks like you are going back, or at least you're scheduled to hit the road again.
No.
I think in May, is that right?
Yeah, it starts off in May with a couple shows, and then we hit hard and heavy in the UK in July, August, and then into the States in the fall for a full-blown tour. And it's looking like all that's going to be going through now, so that's a good thing, because a lot of the dates have been postponed and put out in the future and then redone a couple of times. But now...
And I just wanted to say, as a fan, thank you for doing the Queensrÿche tunes, as we still all enjoy hearing you sing them. And what's the biggest hatchet that needs to be buried for a Queensrÿche reunion?
I don't think that's going to happen. But I think we had a good run. We made some great music together, and did a lot of progressing with our music over the years, and made some.
Talk a little bit about touring with Metallica, and do you recall the Day on the Green show in Oakland at all?
Everyone keeps asking me about that. That's really bizarre. All these years, and nobody's mentioned it at all. And then this is the second time today somebody's mentioned it to me.
Wow.
And then one interview last week. Interesting. Yeah, that was a good show. It was a really great backstage vibe. that on that day, it was a warm day, great for being outside and listening to music. And I remember all the bands having a really good show.
Talk a little bit about Spotify and Spotify playlists and how important they are at the moment.
I don't have anything to say about Spotify. I know nothing.
Are you listening to music via the internet, or do you listen to much music anymore?
I've never been one to listen to that much to other people's music. I'm pretty much, working on my own stuff all the time. So yeah, when I'm not working on that, I tend to enjoy.
As a follically challenged person myself, I have to ask you, do you miss your hair?
No, I regularly shave it. So
are you
familiar?
Are you Mach 3?
Pretty familiar with it. I'm sorry, what?
Are you Mach 3?
Mach 3. Oh, you're talking about the shaving razor?
Yes.
I don't know what I use now. It has at least 3 blades, maybe even 5. I'm not sure.
Has it been a while since you've cut your head?
Has there been what?
Has it been a while since you've nicked your head? Because I know that as a head shaver myself, that used to be a common occurrence until I found a blade that I was comfortable with. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's been so long that I nicked myself shaving that I don't even remember how long it's been. Yeah, I think blade technology has really improved, over the centuries. We're at pretty high-level blade manufacturing nowadays. Thus explains the expense of blades. Aren't they expensive?
They are, but I mean, they're worth it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're willing to pay.
Can you talk a little bit about Jason Slater? I know he passed a few months ago at a relatively young age of 49. Do you want to talk a little about Jason and your relationship with him? I know he worked with you in Queensrÿche for quite some time.
Yeah, he was very unfortunate about Jason. He had been ill for many, many years, and I finally just caught up to him. But he was very talented and creative, and we wrote some wonderful songs together. And he worked with Queensrÿche on a number of albums, and even played some shows with me, solo shows with me at one time. And
you probably get asked a lot of the same questions. Which questions are you tired of, and what would you like to be asked about?
Well, I know I should probably look at things from a positive standpoint always, but I don't really feel like I need to talk about myself so much. I like to let the music do. Metal, gods!